What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the NXT review video from yesterday on January 21st, 2024. And yeah, unfortunately, my voice is still like this. But yeah, I tried to give it the night off last night, considering I was still sounding like this. But yeah, I'm really having these stupid, horse issues, I guess you could call it. But yeah, I'm here to talk about what just happened, on NXT, on the developmental show, and we got some, and then come on, oh there it is. But yeah, we got plenty of things to talk about right here on last night's edition of the Black and Silver brand, I guess most of y'all would like to call it. Which we have two shocking championship matches that happened, which was kind of predictable when you watch the show, even though we didn't predict that even though we didn't exactly know what's gonna happen. I mean, even though we didn't predict this was gonna be on the card, on our bingo card of last night's show, I guess you could call it. But yeah, we got that match going on. We also had some more teasers of Roxanne Perez possibly could move over to the main roster. We also have some hype up for next week's show for the Women's Tag Team Championship and much more. Like, we're going to start off with one of the championship matches that we did not expect was going to be on last night's show, which was the NXT North American Championship match between Tony D'Angelo against Rich Holland. But yeah, we got that match going up ahead. And then I say, even though it was kind of predictable that Rich Holland was not going to dethrone Tony D'Angelo, especially at this night. But we did not expect the way it was going to end it either. And we got things started off with the very, very dangerous man in NXT going head to head with the Don, with a very pissed off Don, I should say. And this is where they go for a grapple. This is where we go for. It's where they start throwing fists right into each other. That's where we got Rich Holland kicks Tony D'Angelo right to the gut. That's where he's trying to go for a headlock. But it's where Tony D'Angelo Irish whips him right to the right side. But that's where we got, what's his name, Rich Holland, go for a shoulder tackle. That's where they start grappling again. But it's where Rich Holland try to go for a headlock. But it's where he dips right to the right side, to the left side. That's where we got Tony D'Angelo ducks, then leapfrogs, then hip toss, the former brawling brutes. This is where we got Tony D'Angelo go for a snapmare. This is where we try to go. He's like, come on, Rich. Like, show me what you got. And this is where Rich always trying to do exactly that. But that's where Tony D'Angelo ducks right out of the way. And this is where they're trying to go for a snapmare followed up with a headlock. But that's where he gets picked up by Rich Holland, which the fans were all over Tony D'Angelo by chanting his first name of Tony. And that's where we got Rich Holland go for an Irish whip right onto Tony, right to the top corner side. But that's where, once he Irish whip to the bottom corner side, forearm strike right on to the former Brawling Brutes member. And that's where we got. And that's where Tony D'Angelo was distracted right ahead up in the stage area and up in the front entrance, and it was Sean Spears that he spotted, and that's where we got what's his name, what's his name, Vic Joseph, then chanted like we did shout it out like, why is Sean Spears out here in question? Like, even though he's been trying to convince the D'Angelo family to join him for whatever reason, this is where we got. Let's see. Well, that's where it distracted him for a second, which I was confused. Like what's John Spears out here in this way? And I'm confused. Like, why? Like, is he trying to help Tony, or is he trying to distract him to help Rich Holland, a guy that he'd been beefing with from last year on NXT? But also, speaking of the commentators, we also saw the returning Corey Graves, which I was very shocked and amazed. Why? This is where I was shocked and amazed. Like they really brought back Corey Graves, and they didn't have Vic Joseph to make me believe that I believe when he said that this is not AI. It's not an AI version of Corey Graves. It's the real deal, because it's very obvious, because he speaks exactly like him and nothing like an AI voice. So yeah, like that had me believing that Corey Graves. I was like the hell really freezed over, and and what's his name? Corey Graves. I got agreed on some kind of agreement, and then yeah, I guess hell froze over because it seemed like he's in the deep end in WWE's in WWE's relationship, I guess you could say. But this is where we got the powerful force and all the professional wrestling came on, and that was the commercial break. But once they got off the advert, this is where then we got. This is where we got Rich Holland going for a side, going for a snapmare version of the abdominal stretch. This is where then, but Tony D'Angelo got back in control as soon as the advert came on. This is where then goes for a suplex. This is where we got Tony D'Angelo try to go for a pinfall. But this is where we got. But this is where Rich Holland kicked out of the maneuver. This is where we got. But this is where fans are chanting Tony D. Right after he did that, this is where we got Sean Spears was very amazed on what the Don of NXT was doing. But yeah, this is where, but once he tried to go for a pin, but this is where he gets kicked out at 2.3, if I'm not mistaken. This is where we got Tony D and the most brutal man in professional wrestling, Rich Holland. Then they started going for fists right to each other until Tony D'Angelo countered and go for a crossbody. This is where we got. This is where Sean Spears started distracting him, which Booker T was so naive, and he was stating that he wasn't doing anything, just giving them a motivational talk. But it's where we got what's his name? Luca Crucifino and Channing Stacks Lorenzo trips right over. What's his name? Sean Spears. But that's where we got. But that's where we got them beating each other. Right? And that's where we got Brooks Jensen and their other man, which they're the henchmen of Sean Spears. That's where we start fighting right up to the ramp. But that's where we got Izzy Dame. Then they have a big boot right into the face, right onto Rich Holland. Then that's where we got a wannabe spine buster by Tony D'Angelo to get the 1, 2, 3. And that's where we got, and then Tony D'Angelo retains his NXT North American Championship. And that's where we got Izzy Dame. Then say like now we're even while laughing like she. This is what Tony D'Angelo's like. Yeah, thank you anyway. Like I appreciate you having my back when we had your back. And this is what I was wondering, like, is this a one-off, or is this a one-off, or are they gonna be working together for her being the latest female addition of the D'Angelo family, of having another sister in the group in the process? But yeah, either way, let me know in the comments. But moving on, we got Deion Lennox talking about the new guys backstage in the locker room until Wesley came in with his goons, like with Tyreek Igru and Tyson Dupont. This is where it's like, hey, Deion, like you are a funny dude for challenge for challenge. You're very funny too. Like what you said to Oba, like that you said that you're championship material. Like like you cheered, like you cheered. He was like, yeah, like you're. He was like what, yeah, like you got a lot of yeah for you challenging what's the name Oba Femi and saying that you're championship material and. But yeah, but the reality is you're nowhere far near material world championship materialist, and that's where then we got with the Tyson DuPont that said, yeah, he's like if that's the case, then you explain it. Like, so why not be me? Or this word, no, this word was the Deion Lennox said. He's like, well, why not be me? This word, and that's where we got Wesley. It was like one day somebody is gonna actually beat what's his name Wesley, what's his name Oba Femi, but definitely won't be you. And that's where the Deion Lennox is like, why not me? That's where Wesley was like, there's a difference between. He's like, there's a drastic difference between superstar with potential, and he's like, what he said, he was like there's a drastic difference between a superstar with potential and a few decorated superstar like myself, and that's where the, and that's where the, and that's where the. And that's where the Deion Lennox is like, so what would be better than that's where it was like, this was like, hold on, like, what to prove that for a guy to be potential? Like, how about like a future champion like me beat somebody and a former champion like yourself? And it's where it's like, and that's where Wesley's like, first of all, like Walter Williams got into the locker room, which we all knew what was up. Like when he was like, first of all, like this was like first of all, like I'm no longer gonna be a former champion. And speaking of second of all, speaking of a former champion, we got a former champion with Drake Willie, like a guy that just downgraded from a penthouse to an outhouse and started dying with laughter. And that's where Trick Williams, I like what exactly what he said. And it's where then Trick Williams slapped him right across his face. What up, Trick Williams? Like with him, Trick Williams not in the mood with his nonsense. That's where then we got. But that's where we got Bailey came in, or should I say, $1 Million Bailey. That was on their way headed into the ring, into the squared circle, because she had something to say to obviously the Roxanne Perez, because she kind of got invited to NXT this week, unlike last week, by the former NXT Women's Champion herself, Roxanne Perez. But that's where we got Bailey in the ring. That's where then she had plenty to say to Roxanne Perez, but this time it was not really high praising the former women's champion of the golden, black and silver. This is where then Bailey's like, yeah, like the reason why I came out to talk about Roxanne Perez, because I actually care about Roxanne Perez more than what she thinks I do. She's like, I actually care about Lexi, what she's building, and I care what she did for this NXT women's division. She was like, but what it got me, like a big old slap in the face from the Prodigy. And I forgot last week to tell you that's what exactly happened. They got into a brawl. Like once you got on the air, once they got off the air, when the CW went to the local news stations. But that's where I got Bailey, and then. But anyways, Bailey, she was acting like CM Punk or Natalia. But actually, if you ask me, that's a compliment. Because that's actually a compliment. If I'm being completely honest, like with those guys and gals of CM Punk and Natalia, like because they actually built this company like downgraded up. Like people like them built that foundation right here, right now. Like people like Natalia taught me how to get back and how to help the younger generation and putting them over. And I was like, yeah, that's true. That's what she's been doing lately. Even though she's been winning women's championship as well, but even for winning women's championship gold, you can still build the next generation and put them over. And that's where Bailey was like, yeah, like this was. What is it? This is where she's getting. But this where Roxanne. I mean, this where Bailey. They also said that Bailey. This was, but no. But it's where she's like, this was. It's where she's like, but not only Natalia taught me how to put me. Not only she helped me like put the younger stars right where they're supposed to be as the top stars in their own rights, but also put ungrateful little idiots like Roxanne Perez in their place. This is where fans start chanting. They love Bailey, which Bailey responded immediately, saying, like, I love you. Like, she's like, I love you too, people. And this, like, but I know who else like Roxanne Perez. Like, but, like, because, like, so, you know what else? I love Roxanne Perez. I mean, who loves me too. Roxanne Perez. Why else? Why did she went to the Friday Night SmackDown and I went to Friday Night SmackDown. Then Friday Night SmackDown. Like when Ryan was front row in attendance. When I get my match against Tiffany Stratton and Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown with Nia Jax last night. That's where it's like that's not an upgrade. Like that, I think that's a low ball because that shows that you're not ready for Raw SmackDown. Like and to me, you can have a better plan than this, Roxanne. She's like that doesn't mean that you're ready for Raw and SmackDown. And she was like, and to me, that doesn't even prove that you're even ready to be the leader of the youngest women's locker room in all of WWE, and that is NXT. Because I think that's where she started naming the women's like Jada Parker, Kalani, like all these women want their moment, and they start. This is what start referencing like that WWE wants younger women, like whoever's gonna come to NXT, they're gonna have to be in the be younger than 35 years old. And speaking of which, I think that's what this women's wrestler is. The former women's champion herself, $1 Million Bayley. But that's where the fans start chanting. I mean, that's where then she got immediately interrupted by Julia. Was like, Bayley, like coming from Japan. Like I came from Japan. And that's where it's like, again, I want to be in NXT, as you can see for yourself. And that's where then Julia they continue by saying Roxanne Perez may not be looking up to you, but I know who exactly looks up to you, and it's definitely me. Because you were one of my idols, like growing up as a fan of women's wrestling. And this was just and I was like this, the NXT, nobody made NXT as much as you did. And I was like, yeah, I have to give credit where credit is due. But it's where then Bayley didn't admit of her and what she'd been doing in Japan. And it's where Julia, that she had so much respect with her, and when she won the NXT Women's Championship, she was over the moon when she beat Roxanne Perez. And she knew that she gonna make some story moments, because that women's championship in particular changes lives, it changes careers, which I see what Bayley is talking about in a realistic perspective and standpoint. But that's where we got Bayley's yeah, I can not can make you in any wrestling company overall. And if you don't make it into this company in the main roster, it show you that you can brag about you being the most prestigious women's. But before she even continued on that, it's where Roxanne. This is where then Roxanne Perez drop all the act and you need to stop with all this. You need to stop with all this sweet talk to Julia, because considering you lost in back-to-back matches, it's just and it's luckily I had a front row seat to both of those matches, even though they was in different directions. But seriously, I need to drop the act, and you need to drop the act, Bailey, with all the act, because if you actually care about if you really care about the future women's division, you for knocking me out in the face, and it's what's her name? That's what Roxanne Perez said. I'm not the only one that sees you, because Cora Jade clearly can see you as well, because you look. This is what she's like, well, I guess not much to say about you. This is where Bailey was, yeah, there's not really much time, because even the couple things you said, I can't hear you because the fans are, that's where the Roxanne Perez shut the hell up. The Roxanne Perez, that's where the Bailey's like, what? That's where the Bailey was like, why are you even doing your core? Cora's like, well, I'm there to let you know that I used to be a naive Bailey fan, because I was like these little naive, these little naive little girls. I used to. This word in Cora Jade was like, this word was and you're not a real role model. We'll help build this place up. Build this place up from square up and square down. And help us cool young talent. And role model, help build this place and be cool. And role model, build the younger audience for you old ladies to leave. And it's what I can, and the role model will help girls that build this, to help try to find girls like Roxanne Perez to build things up. And Julia better. Julia might as well bring that title back over to Roxanne, because she cannot hold on to the title. Because nobody cannot hold on to that belt more than Roxanne can. And she didn't have to, and she don't have to compete overseas just to make a name for herself. And I'm like, well, that's because Julia is from Japan, not from America. So what the hell you're talking about? That's why I'm like that's why you're the heel in this storyline, in this rivalry. So, but yeah. But this is what Bailey did, and this is what Roxanne Perez did tell Bailey that, I gotta give credit. You've been the women's Royal Rumble winner last year, and you managed to win the women's championship with winning the women's championship at WrestleMania, and you even had your football playing boyfriend was right up in the front row or a few rows back. And well, she did not exactly say that. I thought I might add that into this review video. That's what Roxanne Perez. Yeah, but this is where she also added saying but this is where she's trying to continue to talk. This is where the fans are chanting, booing. This is where she's like, people should go with you, because I know exactly why you've been looking at the NXT Women's Championship when she was sounding absolutely delusional. That's where she was like, you You want to be the number one woman in the number one women's division, not only in NXT, but in the main roster to even deserve to be this championship. And this is what this is. But why did you tell your little friend, Julia, the real reason why you're here? Like, so why did you tell her why you're here? And this is where fans start chanting that shut the hell up. The PG way, the chant, like, into this, the PG way, like, the chant is what we got. Bailey then told Julia something in her ear, but it was not something about her getting a shot at her NXT belt, but rather than start fighting the hell out of each other. It's where then Booker T was excited when Booker T's like, yeah, beat the hell out of each other. Start dying with that. Like, come on, ladies, do it. I'm so dumb, but yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your opinions on this. This is what Jada Parker then was looking. She was looking backstage in the women's locker room. This is the second straight week in a row that my girl $1 Million Bailey, even though she didn't say $1 million. She said that she mentioned her by name. That's why did you call Lonnie Jordan? Let her know that she wasn't the only name that she mentioned by name. That's why them arguing about it backstage. This what's his name? Connie Jordan was like, what she said? This what Jada Parker's like, yeah, but she mentioned the money right before she mentioned Connie. This was the argument. Like, yeah, she knows that there's a real one. She was looking at. That's why Jada Jakarta. I'm not talking about. Connie Jordan's like, rude, be rude doesn't mean that you real Jada. That's why Jada Parker was like, being pretty doesn't mean you have to be pretty, right? And that's why Carmen Petra is like, hey, the ladies, I love seeing you. And she was like, first of all, Claude, I love you, what's your name? Kalani. That's why Carmen said, and Jenna, I think you got the wrong. That's why Jenna Parker said, Carmen, like, why you're talking? That's what Carmen was like, why coming at me? That's what Carmen. That's where we got what's the name? Jenna Parker's like, oh, like you. It's because that's why you're acting like this because you finally have your first kiss to a guy that's eventually about to leave your ass for another blonde bimbo like you. And it's where what's her name, Carmen Petrovic was like, yo, leave my man out of this. And it's where Jada Parker's like, oh, really, your man? And this is where we got also Connie Jordan was about to step in, about to fight the female member of the OTM. But this is where all the women start breaking them up. This madness turned into a match between Carmen Petrovic and what's her name? Carmen Petrovic and what's her name? Carmen Petrovic and what's her name? Jada Parker. Yeah, that's what her name is. But that's where it had. Let me know in the comments down below who's gonna win this. And I gotta admit, it was a really good match, which I'll give the Bronze Trophy of the night. Which reminds me that the Tony D'Angelo versus Rich Holland match was as it should be, even though I wish it should have been on next week's show when they go to Atlanta, but it probably don't matter. But I'll give it the silver trophy of the night, and they did exactly what they're supposed to do and bring this match like bring this not only the match but the rivalry and this like highen it up. Like if they're gonna continue this feud, like get something. And especially if Rich Holland is supposed to be the one to dethrone what's his name, Mister Mr. Don of NXT, and if they're gonna if he's gonna win this championship, he gotta be like give a reason why that he lost because he got distracted by a female member that you probably claim that Tony D'Angelo hired to add some drama. And I love that kind of wrestling drama and chaos because I am Shadow Hedgehog. But this is where we got the women's in the ring with Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Bailey, and Julia. We're fighting each other in a 2-on-2 brawl. But this is where we got the powerful force and all the professional wrestling came on after the picture break. But this is where we got. What's his name? Deion Lennox start off the match with against what's his name? Wesley, was it? Yeah. It was Leslie. That's where he didn't let the former tag team and North American champ even have a chance to start jumping right on top of it, start beating the daylights out of him. But this is where we got Deion Lennox starting some strikes right to the face. But this is where we got Wesley then. This is where we got Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Ankrum that was in ringside. But this is where we got Deion Lennox. The hits with insecurities and some punch. But this is where we got Wesley trying to attack what's his name? Deion Lennox right to the upper left side. But this is where he gets double A spine buster. This is where we got super kick. He got super kick right to the face when Deion picks him up and then hit him buckling in the knees. It's where Wesley hits him with the cardiac kick. But once he does, he's trying to get him with the win. This is where he hits him with the kick. This is where he goes for the pin. Get the 1, 2, 3. And I'll say, this is just a filler match. But that's where we got Wesley. They call out Trick Williams. But say, like, Deion thinks he's the guy. But you think you're still the guy, Trick? Like, that's where he challenged him in the match next week. It was like, next week, it'll be in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, yeah, come out here, Trick. And that's where the Trick Williams came out. He didn't waste no time. He just went out. And I was like, yeah, be careful what you wish for, Wesley, because you just might get it. This where he hit the right stroke right to the face, right onto. This is where he hit the right hand, right onto Tyreek Ankrum. This is where them got. I know it wasn't Tyson DuPont. This is where the Trick Williams hit a big right hand to his face when he got, which I was surprised he didn't hit the trick shot, was it? Yeah. But the Trick Williams like, oh yeah, you want the shot at me? You got it. And that's why they gave a hot stare right up the Deion legs, which he gave a stare right back in it, which they got to tease that we could see one of these two could turn heel and start feuding with each other down the line. And do you think that could happen? And do you think this could benefit, what's his name, Deion Lennox, of being a future star in not only NXT, but also WWE? Let me know down in the comments down below. But this is where we got the second. Bronze trophy of the night, which we showed that, which you got a wrestler that showed that he showed that he's still that same dirty player in the game in WWE. And in NXT, actually, the NXT side of WWE, that is. But this is where we got the Heritage Cup Championship match between Charlie Dempsey, when they showed that he showed everybody that he could be that man, the change man, and they need to use some dirty tactics to win. But this is where we got. But this is where we got Shayla. This is where we got Sarah Schreiber. Then reported. This is where Sarah Schreiber made the announcement that it will be Wesley against what's his name? Wesley against what's his name? Wesley against Trick Williams, yeah. Wesley against Trick. That's where we got the reigning defending Heritage Cup champion against Heritage Cup champion Lexis King taking on what's his name? Charlie Dempsey. This is where we got. But this is where we next up. But this is where we got Lexis King start going for an abdominal stretch. But this is where we got him going with those arms, being educated. He has some educated hands, but him doing all kinds of maneuvers with those. That's what the two second generation wrestlers start grappling it out until we got Charlie Dempsey, Snapmares, when Lexis King, they start going for Snapmare. That's where we gotta go for what they call onto what they call a hammerlock. This is where it gets knee right to his back by Lexis King. This is where we got. That's where we got. What's his name? That's where we got Lexis King came in. That's where we tried to go for a handshake. But that's where Charlie Dempsey was like, "Nope, I'm not gonna fall for that little trick. That European uppercut." And I forgot to tell you, this was in the back. It was back to the same rules with 3 minutes. With 3 minutes on each round, with the six round rule back in the square grounds. That's where we got. But that's where we got Charlie Dempsey go for a sleeper right onto Alexis King. That's where we got Alexis King got him out of the maneuver. That's where we got Charlie Dempsey trying to go for a schoolboy, but Alexis King is trying to pick him up. That's where he gets hit with a backslide. We got Alexis King kicks out of that. This is where we got Charlie Dempsey going for a sleeper hold. But this is where we got. That's where we try to go for a crossface chicken wing. But this is where we got Alexis King was saved by the bell. Before the referee, before Alexis King didn't even have the option to escape or tap out because the timer went off. That's where we got. That's where we spotted Alexis King, got some brass knuckles right into his back, which I was wondering what he needs dip for. But I was like, don't tell me he's going to be going back to his heel ways. But let's just say that might be the case. But we're just going to have to keep watching to see and find out what exactly that might be. But anyways, this is where we got. This is where we got Charlie Dempsey to start going for a headlock. But this is where we got Lexis King and what's his name? And Charlie Dempsey. And a partial commercial break, which they call picture-in-picture. Which is the most powerful force, the second most powerful force in all of the professional wrestling. But this is where we got Charlie Dempsey. This is where John Irish was. This is where we got this game trying to go from. You don't know. Try to go for that. That's where we got Charlie Dempsey and him right to the face in a double under suplex into like a bridge position. But he got the second fall. But But this is where then they move on to the third vote with them getting one each apiece. And whoever wins this match will definitely win the Heritage Cup Championship. But this is where we got Charlie Dempsey trying to go right here. But this is where we got like it's Chop. This is where we got. This is where we got what put Charlie Dempsey like came right to the bottom. He started 2 points, spin them around. This is where we got. Like ski like on my leg. And this is where he started looking. And then grab onto the brass knuckles. But this is where Vic Johnson pointed them out. Right? That was inside his bucket. This is where we got Charlie Dempsey. Then stops him, which he knocked it out. This king gets hit. This king hits Miles Moore right to the face. This is where we got Charlie Dempsey. Nero got him into the, what they call it? Go for a wheelbarrow. Not wheelbarrow. No, it was the inside. Flex can kick out of it. His workout was his name. Somehow, try to go for a schoolboy roll up. That's where he kicks out. That's where once both men got back up. That's where we got what's his name and Charlie Dempsey got Lexus King in position. That's where we got. That's where we got like this move Lexus King. It was facing the referee right to it. That's where the referee. That's why the referee wasn't looking because he